again, stop, because like you could have responded tonight and you could have handed USA their ass, Tony. I'm being honest with you. But because you don't shut the freak up over every Tom, Dick, and Harry that tweets to you or a website that doesn't like your show, God forbid, you're all over it like flies on right. Like you got to stop doing this because you had an opportunity tonight to hand USA Network their ass. And I would argue, out of context, not knowing that you don't shut the F up on Twitter, I would say you would have handed them their ass with what you wrote back, especially to Eric Bischoff.
Yeah. Eric called him a
Especially-
clown. He called Eric a has-been.
So, well, with respect, Tony, without an Eric, there's not you. No offense. There's just not. Because when you first started your company, you would not shut the F up about, you're the new WCW. We're going to take it to WWE. I pray you do. But, brother, you're nowhere near that right now. You're not even the Toledo Mud Hens compared to WWE right now as far as money goes. Money goes. I pray you are. And the only way it's going to happen is if you get out of your own way. You need a booker, Tony. You need somebody with mad experience in the wrestling business to book your shows and get you out of it. Because I will remind you, Tony, you go on the air and you say crazy things like when you get asked the Jericho question, you get, and I'm not saying yes or no. I don't know nothing about that scenario for the record, folks. I'm not taking a side because I don't know ish about it. But I will say this, when you get asked a serious question like that, and your answer is, we're the safest company in all of pro wrestling. Meanwhile, weeks ago, that's me checking my watch. You just said you were scared for your life because CM Punk was putting people in front face locks, and I was scared for my life. No, Tony, you don't get to have both, brother. You don't get to have both. And you said that on national air. You went on your TV show and you wasted time with that? Are you ribbing me? Vince McMahon would jump off a bridge with all of his faults, would jump off a bridge before he'd ever come on his own national airways to say he was scared of another pro wrestler ever. And that's the difference between you and Vince.
And Bret Hart punched him in the face.
And took it and kept walking and limping through it because he thought he deserved it. And I'm not defending this guy because he's a real POS as well. But with that said, like, look what we're doing here. Again, Tony, you had a mega opportunity to make your point heard. And because you don't stop on Twitter, it means nothing. Did you not read the comments? Like, you're getting blown away. And I don't like to judge Twitter comments because there's only people, not everybody wants to reply or make a comment. I didn't make a comment, for example, right? When I read that. So not everybody is there that thinks a certain way replies. I get that. But at the same token, you could have had them tonight if you did not respond to everyone else over the years who doesn't like your product or gives you suggestions or advice or blah, blah, blah. But you can't help yourself because you are too thin-skinned.